Not all TikTok book recommendations are created equal. I'm going to be sharing with you three of the five books that I've read from my video last week about books that were hyped on TikTok. My name is Raquel. Welcome and welcome back. So last week I talked about I chose five books off of TikToks. Well, five books and or authors from TikTok that I had seen over and over again. I wanted to find out if the hype was worth it. So far, I've read three of those five books, and I wanted to talk to you about those books. So, the five books are the first one is The Beauty of the Street Love by L. Kaysen, I Choose You by Mel Dahl, The Heat of the Moment by Brianne Deney, Tempted by India Carter from the Danger series, and The Marriage Favor by Siobhan Latrice. So far I have read Beauty of The Beauty of the Street Love, The Heat of the Moment, and I Choose You. So those are the three we're going to talk about. I'm going to start with The Beauty of the Street Love. So, The Beauty of the Street Love is about a girl who gets kidnapped, and she is then given to the brother of the kidnapper because that's his type of woman. And her best friend falls in love and starts to date the original kidnapper, which is the brother of the girl who was kidnapped. Hope that makes sense. Anyways, so these two couples are in love. I'm not going to say much about this particular book because I think that book number one is an introduction. And so it was a bit difficult for me to get into. I probably got about 50% of the ways in before I could really kind of grasp the book. It's a fairly short book. It's a little bit more than 100 pages, but I did start and stop and go back. And yeah, it was a little hard to remember what was going on because I just could not get interested into the book until about 50% ways in. So what I'm going to do is I am going to read the entire series and then I'll come back and I'll talk about that. Book number two, which is, oh, and I'm sorry. So for L. Kaysen, uh, The Beauty of the Street Love was not a particular book that was popular on TikTok. The book that was popular on TikTok by L. Kaysen was Demon's Dream. But I did not want to read Demon's Dream, so I chose a different book by a popular author on TikTok. This book turns out to be about 4 years old. It is not a new book or a new series, but I'm going to go ahead and read the series and we'll get back to that later. Book number two is Heat of the Moment by Brianne Deney. Now, this book and the author Brianne Deney is super popular on TikTok, and I read it and I do not feel like the hype was worth it. It was not a bad book. It just did not give me all the things. It did not. So it is about a girl who, I think her name is Shauna or Shawana, something like that. And she has a boyfriend. She gets a job offer in her hometown. And when she's talking to her boyfriend about this offer to do this job, which is I think it's 6 months or something like that. It isn't like forever. And in talking to him about this job offer, she starts to see some things about him that she did not see before. Basically, he is not encouraging. He is not, there for her the way she needs him to be. So she leaves him and goes to this other city to do this job. So she gets over there. It's her home city. So she has friends and family there. They go out and she's dared to do something with this guy who is the most handsome guy in the club at this time. She goes over and she proposes a one night stand. They have the one night stand, and it turns out that he wants more than a one night stand. So they get into this friendship where they are taking it slow, although they've already had sex. Um, and they get into this friendship. It was okay. It was okay. Um, that's really all I could say about it. It did not pull me in. Um, it was just okay. There was really nothing spectacular about the book. I've never read this author before. So, and it was the first book in a series of three. I don't think that the second book is going to continue this story. Maybe it'll continue another. Well, I don't know. I haven't read it, so let me not say. Anyways, I don't think that I'm going to read book two. I don't know if it'll be better or whatever, but I just don't think I'll read book two. Although I may try and find something else from this author because, like I said, it wasn't a bad book to me. It was just an okay book. There was nothing special about it. Then we have book number three, which is I Choose You by Mel Dahl. That book was great. It was amazing. I enjoyed this book. It pulled me in. It was funny. There were things happening. There was an actual twist in it that I did not anticipate. So yeah, it was good. It made me think. It made me feel something. So this book is about a girl named Covina. Covina's father is a retired Major League Baseball player. So that is to say that she is used to fine things. She has a nice life. She is spoiled. She gets what she wants. She also lives with her grandma who she considers her best friend, and she's college age, and so she is wanting to move out and decides to have a roommate. So she finds a roommate. Her roommate is April. April has a brother named Jasper. Jasper's handsome, and he is eyeing Covina. Covina is eyeing Jasper. But there is something a little different going on here. Covina is different in a way. She speaks her mind. She is not shy. And there are some really funny situations that happen while these two are getting to know each other. One of the things that happen is they have this disagreement, and he does not want to stop talking to her. And he knows that she likes to read books, and she talks about these guys who are unhinged in the books. So he carries out his plan to be unhinged because he knows that that's what she likes. I loved it. It was so funny. It was it was hilarious. The father is overprotective, grandma is more reasonable, and the guy Jasper, he's a stand-up guy. He pursues her. It's a really, really good read. I enjoyed it. And so the funny thing is that particular book was not hyped by TikTok, but the author is. The book that was popular on TikTok was an erotica. I had no interest in that particular book, so I chose another one, and that is this particular book. And it was definitely a hit. I have read Maldahl's books before, and I did also enjoy the other books. So that is my take on three of the five books. Um, I will be coming back at a later date to give some my thoughts on The Marriage Favor and Tempted by India Carter. I may have to read the series. I'm not sure how that book works. It just depends on if I'm able to read the book as a standalone. If not, I will read the series and then come back. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are interested in any of these books, that is my opinion, but it does not mean it has to be yours. Everybody has different things, what we like and what we are looking for and attracted to. So they very well may be amazing books for you or not so amazing. Anyways, until next time, see you soon.